All right, so the title of this video is going to be Anyone Can Be a Monitoring Spirit. When you hear this thing called spirit, you're talking about energy. You're talking about something that is invisible, but this time you're talking about something that is operating on an energetic level. So you're not talking about a person. Okay, my chosen ones? When we talk about monitoring spirits, these spirits can move from person to person or from vessel to vessel. And it can be any vessel. It can be an animal, it can be an insect, it can be different types of whatever. As long as something is alive, it can move from vessel to vessel, and it has been sent purposely to monitor what you're doing. Then it can now go back and report. Because you see, a chosen one operates on a different frequency. And sometimes the enemy cannot access you energetically. Are we together, my chosen ones? They may try to access you sometimes, but sometimes they're going to have a little bit of difficulty accessing you on an energetic level because you're in a different timeline. The purpose of these monitoring spirits, somebody will send them to keep an eye or an update on what you're doing. So you may see these funny animals running around your house. All your windows are closed, but you're seeing this very strange insect in your house. You don't even know where it came from. It can be a potential monitoring spirit. But when you're talking about people, a monitoring spirit, not everybody is a monitoring spirit, is what I'm trying to say. Not everybody is a monitoring spirit. But a person can become a potential monitoring spirit for as long as you are around a vicinity. So whoever sends these spirits to come and monitor you, they can use anybody as a vessel. Is why sometimes you see, let's say you're around a certain area, you move into a certain location, whatever, maybe it can be job, it can be different community. And you might have had some nice engagement, interaction with these people, they like you, the vibe is good and everything is okay. And then out of the blue, some of them have started flipping. Now you see them all of a sudden, they are dodging you, the way they are moving, they are kind of tricky, dodgy and stuff like that. And it is taking you a while to understand what exactly just happened. This thing happened to me when I was in the job. Okay, there's a job I used to do quite a while ago. So initially, everybody was okay. In a few months, I would see them the way they move. Sometimes you would catch them talking behind the scenes and stuff like that. And then I would now figure it out. But you see, the thing is, I was awakened at the time, so I would now figure out that okay, now I get it, because you see, when that spirit takes over a person, that person is not aware of what is going on. So you may sometimes, I'll give you an example. You might have a person who never really asked you sensitive things, personal things. You've been with them for a couple of months and they never said anything. And out of the blue, they may ask you something like, oh, how is your pet? When are you going to travel? When are you going to get married? Those kind of things. Things that they shouldn't ask you, that have got nothing to do with them. They're going to flip and start asking you some particular things. When that happens, you need to understand that person has been temporarily been overtaken by a monitoring spirit. And that spirit doesn't stay for long. So it can be operating within that individual for as long as you're in the vicinity. Okay? Reason why you see a lot of time chosen ones, they are a little bit more curious and reserved when it comes to people. They're laid back. Very few people might get into their space. They might allow some few people to come into their space, but they are very much sensitive when it comes to people because they understand how energy moves. Because the chosen one already knows they have lived most part of their lives as targeted individuals. They know this, they're aware. So what really happens is that when they have come into that sense of awakening, they understand what targeting is and how it works. So it is why you see them, they try to refrain from engaging with a lot of people. So you may sometimes see them having a very small circle. very, very small circle around them. It's because they know. A person can be nice with them today, the next days or whatever, next day or two, they are flipped. Nobody knows what happened. They have flipped, and all of a sudden, they're starting to ask them very sensitive, deep, personal questions about their lives. So you need to understand, my chosen ones, that it can be anyone, okay? But for you to understand what the spirit is, you need to know that is the moment when that particular spirit will ask you something out of the blue. It's going to feel like this person wants to get into your personal business. You don't know where these questions are coming from, but they're asking you things that they pretty much shouldn't ask you. Is how you know you are dealing with a monitoring spirit. Okay? So it can be your landlord. You may sometimes see now your landlord all of a sudden, they're trying to come around, ask you different questions. Oh, tell me about your family. So tell me about your job. Tell me about this. Tell me about your kids. Tell me about what you do. They are trying to get into your business. There's a reason as to why they are doing that. Okay? At that particular moment, they may not be 100% conscious and aware that they have been temporarily overtaken by a certain spirit, and they may be interested in getting some information about you. Is why they are starting to get very much and very deep into your business. Are we together, my chosen ones? So if you have a person around you, you met a new friend in town, a job somewhere, whatever, a new job, and there's this individual who used to be nice, but now you're starting to sense the individual is getting very deep in your business, then that is the very moment you need to actually keep your mouth shut. As a chosen one, you're going to learn along your journey that there is always going to be moments where you're going to have to keep your mouth shut. It is not everybody you need to everybody you need to be around. It is not everything you need to say. It is not everybody can be around you. There is people, as long as they are low vibrational, because monitoring spirits can sometimes attach themselves, oftentimes attach themselves to low vibrational individuals, so they can get information from you. Is why sometimes you hear a lot of times you've been planning something. So there was a very big event coming up in your life. You've been moving homes, planning marriages, doing this, and all of a sudden you don't understand what happened. The plans didn't work. There was a certain monitoring spirit around you, and the only thing that spirit wanted was to get info from you, go back, report to whoever sent it, and when the job is done, that person can move on with their lives. And sometimes they'll not even know that they have participated in spying on you. So these are like spiritual spies. Okay? The ones that spy in the spirit, energetic. It's all energy, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is energy. A person who understands how energy works will be usually the person that can always protect themselves, because they know what they need to do. They know where they need to go. They don't have to explain anything. They just move different because they are aware. They have got a general awareness of energy and how energy moves. Okay? So this whole thing of monitoring spirit, it doesn't have to be a particular person. It can be anyone. It can be anything. Okay? But in this case, I'm trying to bring your attention to people. People, normal people, live people. Insects and animals, those are on a different level, but the people around you can also be potentially a monitoring spirit that has been sent to spy on you and to get information from you. So let us know what you think about the video. Now that you know, you know. Now that you're aware, you're aware. Drop us a comment in the section below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzomos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.